Welcome to Turn Writing Fair Round podcast. Simple methods to overcome fear and start writing again. I'm Elise Sittinger, and I'm the host for your journey to courage. This is episode 81. Too many mental tabs open? I was looking at my computer the other day, and I had so many browser tabs, I couldn't even find the thing I wanted. It was just tab after tab after tab. I'd just gone from one thing to another thing. And so many times we do the same thing with fear and anxiety. We open a tab for anxiety, we open another tab, we open another tab, then we throw some fear on top of it, then we open up some more anxiety. And we never sit back and close the tabs. We just leave all that junk piled up and it just builds on itself. It gets to the point that our courage and our confidence, we can't even find it because we've got so many tabs of anxiety and fear just keeping us stuck. And I really thought about, wow, that's true in probably a lot of areas of my life, but especially with the anxiety and the fear. You know, when I go out for a ride, the horse lifts its head a little bit. Okay, I start building up a little bit of fear. And then the horse looks at something and I build up a little bit more fear. And I never take the time to go, oh, the horse lifted its head. It didn't mean anything. I can close that tab. Oh, the horse looked at something. It didn't mean anything. I can close that tab. And we're so good at doing this with our horses. We're so good at helping them have some fear, have some anxiety, and then come back to calm. Why don't we do that with ourselves? I mean, seriously. So I want you to do something for me. I want you to just take a minute and I want you to see how many anxiety and fear tabs you have open. And you can tell this by, are your shoulders shrugged a little bit? Are you holding tension in your belly or in your throat? Really, you're in control of this. I can't do it for you, but you're in control of how many tabs of anxiety and fear you have open. And as hard as that is to hear, yes, it was hard for me too. We can close the tabs. And looking at, I like to look at my mind as a room full of filing cabinets. And I think of these tabs of fear and anxiety getting set into the red filing cabinet, the warning, the danger. So when we have these tabs open, it's like putting those file folders into the red filing cabinet. Beware, danger. And eventually we have a second red filing cabinet because the first one's full. And then we get a third filing cabinet, red one, because the second one's full. And we don't ever go back and pull those files out and stick them back in their proper place. Stick them back in the good filing cabinets, the pretty ones that line the walls instead of the bright red ones in the middle. Whatever it is for you, I want you to take a few minutes this week and I want you to sit down and I want you to clean out your filing cabinet. You don't need all those files in the danger pile. That filing cabinet should be for things that are actually dangerous. And in this day and age, there's not that much stuff that needs to be in there. We are not fighting saber-toothed tigers. We don't have dinosaurs chasing us. We don't have poison every step of the road because we don't know what foods are poisonous and what's not. We really should not have very much in our red filing cabinet. We should have it cleaned out. So take a few minutes this week and clean out your filing cabinet, reset it. And guess what? That'll lead us into our next podcast, which talks about, okay, now we've got a clean slate. And now we can start looking at what we put into that red filing cabinet and looking at what we don't put into that red filing cabinet. Close the tabs. You don't need all those tabs open, just like I didn't need all those tabs open. It's real simple. It may not be easy. And if you want a little help clearing that filing cabinet out, just let me know. We can see if a hypnotherapy session would be good for you, because that I just worked directly with your subconscious mind and said, hey, chuck the stuff out of the red filing cabinet. And then you get to choose what you put back in the red filing cabinet. So that's just the quick way to do this. But there's also the slow way. And that's just really taking your time to close your tabs and clean out your red filing cabinet. You can do it. I know. I did it. You guys have an amazing day. See you in the next podcast.